What's up, guys? This is Westpoint Steve. We are doing a submission video for TMNT Rescue-Palooza. This time we're going to showcase the arcade game, arcade version of the game. And this is a submission for SGDQ 2021. We're going to get this one out of the way. We're just going to get it done, and here we go. Let's get going. Rescue-Palooza is a mashup of all retro games, everything TMNT from back in the late 80s, early 90s, and so this game is very dear to my heart. I love this game. It's a free fan-made game, and this is well put together. I did a story mode submission video earlier, went through a lot of the run, but this run is actually different than the story mode run, so let's just get right into it and let's go. Alright, so this run is a little bit faster than the story mode run. You can also pick out your characters right off the bat. You don't have to beat levels to get your the characters. So here we go. All right. As you can see here, we start a new game. We're going to do arcade, and right as soon as I hit arcade, we start the timer, and we get going. So the first stage we're going to go to is Dimension X, and the two characters we're going to use throughout this run are Shogun and Shredder. They are by far the best two to use in the entire game for arcade version. And we're going to start off with Dimension X. This is the only level that we go to the left instead of the right. The rest of the levels we will go right. As you can see, I'm using Shogun. What I do with Shogun is I do a lot of jumping and hitting. I move him a little bit faster, do a double tap to get some speed going along. And so we'll move along really quick. This stage is very similar to an X-Men arcade game. I believe it's X-Men arcade that I remember seeing this in. And so they took a lot of these stages and mashed them up together to make a stage. And so this is one of them. As you can see, we're taking out foot soldiers, we're taking out dudes, rock soldiers, left and right, and we got these little dinosaur dudes that sputter out little crangs. What we're going to do with these guys, we want them to go off the ledge over here. We want them to get off the ledge here. We were trying to get this guy off. He does not want to go. There you go. Alright, and so we're moving along. As you can see, I'm always jumping. That actually makes things a little bit faster for Shogun. Shogun's one of the slower characters in the game. But doing a double tap to get a little running boost and then also jumping at the same time is actually a little bit faster to move from screen to screen. We got this mini boss, which is the foot cruiser. He's very easy. You're just going to take him out really quickly. Shogun is the strongest character in the game. And then what I'm doing here is what's called the position glitch, where I can move freely. What I do there is I do a jump and a hit before I get caught up in the position, and when I land, I'm doing a hit on the end, so then when I go into the position, I can get out of it. And so what I'm doing here is I'm positioning myself to face first boss. Mini boss is Anthrax, and what we want from him is we want him to throw that axe. That's all we want him to do. We want him to do exactly that. Throw the axe, dude. Alright, so I'm jumping around to try to get out of position here so I can move on to the next part of the game. And right there we go. We're moving on. Moving on into the big UFO thing from TMNT 3, Manhattan Project. And so there's a lot of different games that going on in this game. Here is TMNT 4. Looks like TMNT 4. Also, I believe Hyperstone Heist has something similar to this as well. So we're going to be jumping from different games to games throughout the entire run here. Some really retro games from when back in the day. Even Game Boy, we got NES, we got Super Nintendo, we got the Genesis, we got the actual arcade itself. We got the cartoon series mixed in here and there. They did a great job making this game, by the way. It is pretty awesome. Like I said, it's free. This game was made in 2019, and I've loved it. Learned to figure out the speed run for it. Me and a few runners were messing around with it, figured out what we could do with the game. Elrock 617 was one of those. Omquad, who's another TMNT runner, He's a world record holder for TMNT 3 and TMNT 2 as of recently. So Congratulations to him. Anyway, I hold the record for this game here. I hold the story mode and the arcade mode. And what we're doing right here is we are facing both Trog and Grandador. Sorry, not Tranador. We're both. What you want to do when you have two enemies in the boss fight, you want them both together, like I just did there. Took them out with ease, and this is a good start to the arcade run. Next stop we're going to make is to April's. After each stage, we're going to be able to pick our level, and it looks like TMNT 1. When you're doing that, you're going from, you're taking your turtle and going from stage to stage, and that's a little fun there to see that how they did that with the TMNT 1. Like I said, the cool thing is about this run is that you can pick your character right off the bat. You do not have, in the story mode, you have to defeat stages to get more characters, but in this version of the run, you do not have to do that. You can pick out every little character that's in the game for the most part, and you can pick whoever you want. You can be whoever character you want to be that's in the game, except for these foot soldiers. Obviously, we're not going to be a foot soldier. So at one point I do want to do a point where I can do like a crowd control where the crowd will get to choose who they want for the next stage or something like that. That would be a lot of fun to do. There are some exceptions to that rule though. There are some terrible characters in this game. For example, from Channel 6, Vernon. Vernon is actually the worst character in this game. I would not want to do that. I played a couple stages with him and only made it to like 3 stages before I lost all of my lives because he's the worst character in the game by far. Anywho, let's move along here. We're moving on to April. As you can see, this is TMNT 2 stage here using TMNT 2. They did a really good job on like graphics and making these foot soldier characters a lot better. A lot of these foot soldier characters are from TMNT 2 and even these Mousers. A lot of this stuff came from that game, and you can tell when you look at the turtles when you play with a turtle in this game that it's TMNT 2. Anywho, moving right along, our next boss fight is Rocksteady and Bebop. Again, we want to make sure both dudes are together, and for that purpose is we want to make sure that we are damaging both of them, and they're just being idiots right now. They're running into each other, but you know that's how Rocksteady and Bebop are. They run into each other. But anyway, we get a nice little fight here, losing a little bit of time, but that's okay. But what's different between the story mode and the arcade mode is that we don't have to go through what happens in the story. We can just move right along to the next stage, and that's one of the reasons why this runs about 5 minutes faster than the story mode run. Anyway, we're moving on the Street. Street does a blend of TMNT 2 and TMNT 3. This start off of this game stage is TMNT 2, and so we're gonna move right along. There's Shredder. He's in the TV. But in TMNT 2, we would see April crying for help, but that's not happening. That's not happening here. All right, that guy comes out of the sewer, and then we get to see this big old truck. Is a mixture of TMNT 3 there, with Krang and Shredder riding it. All right, going right along here. Can't get on that edge up there to get that pizza. Shogun doesn't jump very high. And one thing we don't want to do is hit the girl, but we could make that incentive to fight her if you guys wanted to. That would be a lot of fun. Fighting the girl is not fun, to be honest with you. She comes out and she all of a sudden starts hitting you with stuff, and it's not fun. Here's a mini boss, Tempestra. She comes out of the little arcade and changes the graphics a little bit. And she's giving me perfect RNG. She did not give me her lightning strike, which she normally would have, but she just went back and forth, and that's like the best RNG you can have with her. That's what you really want there on this part of the stage. So now we transition over to TMNT 3. This is what TMNT 3 Street looks like. So now we're onto this part. The music does change as well. In this stage, so it's pretty cool how they did that. They changed the music from the TMNT 2 and then to the TMNT 3 and doing all that good stuff. Alright, foot soldiers coming out of the statue there. We're going to have some more coming down these poles. We're just going to go left to right here. There's no really set way to do it because they still have to come down the pole anyway. So knock them off the pole is a lot easier than dealing with them otherwise. So here we go. Don't fall into that little sewer. It looks really funny when Shogun falls in there, but we avoided that. That was great. Alright, more foot soldiers here that we're taking out. Again, like I said, most of these foot soldiers are foot soldiers from TMNT 2. They play like those guys there. And then here we go here. Somehow I was able to deflect that sewer back here. We have these 2 cars here at the end that will have 4 of these foot soldiers each. As soon as you get into that area, and once those guys die, you got to time it just right. Position glitch where you get out of there, so I can set myself up for these Triceratons. This is the boss fight here for this stage. What you want to do here is you want all 3 Triceratons to be together. Right now they are not being friendly, and this is like a whole point of the RNG of this game. Could be very, very bad. And so you can get this RNG where I am just cannot for the life of me get these guys to do what I want them to do. And so we are still working at them where we want all 3 of them together. But as you can see here, this is actually one of my best stages due to the Tempestra fight. So thank you, Tempestra, for the gold split that's about to happen. But man, that could have had a much better fight. After 3 stages, we get this bonus stage, just similar to the story mode run. We are going to pick the skateboard, and again, the timing and the RNG for getting the skateboard is exactly the same, so there's nothing to worry about there. We don't have to change our timing for that, so we just do a dive kick and get the skateboard every time. And notice the lives are going to go up. This is where you get your extra lives. It's about 5. I think it's about 5 pizzas is a life, and so I'm now at 11 lives. I'll have plenty of lives by the end, and we'll be just fine. We're going to go to the swamp next. We're going to take our blimp, and we're going to fly to the swamp. All right. Just giving a prediction for this run. I would probably predict this run to be about 55, 56 minutes right now. And just depends on RNG and what I get. Certain stages just like this can be bad, and we'll explain why this stage could be one of those stages that can be bad for us. This is Bayou Billy that they used in this stage here. Adventures of Bayou Billy from the NES game. They used that to make this stage, and so the boss fight of this stage is Leatherhead, which would make perfect sense because we are in the swamp. Alright, so what we're doing is, like I was mentioning before, the RNG is going to be very extremely important right here. Knucklehead can be a pain in the butt, and this is why. He can come and pick you up like he's trying to do there. Knucklehead is that RNG fest that we have to deal with in this stage, and I didn't have decent RNG there with him. So it's very important to get good RNG with the Knucklehead, because there's 2 times you have to deal with that. And so we dealt with that first one, did okay. Could have done a lot better with it, but that's fine. All right, these drones is the next thing we got to deal with. Getting good drones is a little bit hard to do, and then we get this Mother Mauser at the end. Happened to get in a good position where I didn't get hit by the laser thing that he shoots, but that's okay. We're fine. Okay, didn't take care of these guys with these guns. They are not friendly. And there we go. We're moving on. Now we get down to this last section here, where we have another Knucklehead that's going to be coming down. And he came down right away, which I was so surprised at. Came down right away and made things a little easier, but I was not ready for it. So this is definitely going to be a 3 cycle at least. And so I'm waiting for him to come back down. I'm like, come on, dude, let's go. Okay, I got 3 cycle. You could get him down in 2 cycles, which is the best way to get him down, but only got him down with 3, and that was due to where he was positioned at. And so that's what you got to deal with RNG on this stage, and it could waste a lot of time. As you can see, I'm already in the boss fight here. I might lose a second or two, or might gain a few seconds. Actually, it looks like I'm gaining a few seconds on this stage here. All right, and Leatherhead, that was pretty easy boss fight. He's not that difficult. It's just the knuckleheads and trying to get them in to do their thing and do the right thing actually for us. All right, we're going to construction again. We're picking Shogun. We haven't even picked Shredder once yet, and there's a good reason for that yet, because Shredder's good with the platforming for us. So we're gonna wait on that before we get to the platforming stages. So we're gonna use Shogun for the beginning of this. This game is based off the Game Boy Advance version of TMNT. These guys here are representative of looking like Raphael, but they're not. Those guys make sound. They're like, ah. Yeah, it's quite funny to listen to all the sound effects and the sounds in this game. So having the opportunity to listen to all that, it's really cool. Anyway, whenever you hear Shredder talk, which by the way, whenever you hear Shredder talk in this game, he is actually the guy from the guy in the TV show. It's the voice from the TV show, and don't remember the guy's name right off the bat, but it's Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. If any of you Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fans out there. Anyway, we are facing against Cement Man, and we just so happen to still have these barrels off to the side. That doesn't happen too often. But we took good work of Cement Man. Cement Man's got weird RNG. He will hit you no matter what. There's no way of avoiding Cement Man, so he will always hit you. So finding the right sweet spot and having him stay there is one thing, but it's okay. All right, this is one of the few other things we can do. A skip here that we're gonna do. We're gonna launch Shogun across into this pit, and the reason for that is we can get these foot soldiers to generate off the side of the screen, and it's a lot easier to take care of them instead of where they would normally be off of the screen. So we get like a nice little screen there, and there's another position glitch. Toka and Raja is basically one of the hardest fights in the game. You want to get both of these guys together, and they are already tough as is. Both of these enemies are both from TMNT 3, that version of the game, and so I'm going to pick up this pizza so I can get both of these guys. Raja is the one that you really want closer to you, and he's just being a pain. Toka is easy because Toka will actually do what you want him to do. Rajar is not your friend most of the time. And there you go, we got Rajar, and we got a decent run on that stage. It wasn't that bad. It could have been better, but it's okay. All right, now we're moving on to Park. And here we go. We're moving on to Park. All right, again, we're gonna pick Shogun. So this is gonna be the 6th stage in a row that we've used Shogun. One thing that's very important to note here, I gotta be careful when you select your characters, and so you'll see me like making sure I pick the right character, and I will do that on any run. I'm very careful. There is a specific like area where we know when to get them, but you gotta just be ready for it. All right, we got that little capsule out. Okay, there's something about the capsule, just for you all to know. The capsule makes you really big, just like that, and that's the Ooze Castle capsule. Anyway, it makes you really big and it makes you destroy enemies with like not even doing anything. So I'm having these guys just like run into me. I'll just like run into them, and they'll just die. I mean, that's how easy it is. So Shredder's on this pogo copter, and we're gonna be dealing with him here shortly. It's snowing in Manhattan. We need to get out of here. We need to destroy the machine again to get the snow to stop snowing here. So we're taking care of those guys. We got the snowmen here that we're going to take care of really fast. Very easy section here. They always come from the right side. And that's something about this game is that RNG on the foot soldiers and stuff like that is always the same. We don't have to worry about where they're going to be coming from. They're always going to come from same spots, so you're always prepared for that. The next thing is this pogo copter. We want to set him out to the right side here because when he comes out, he's going to exit stage right. And so he's exiting, he's actually stuck. He's stuck because he ran into the Tora thing. So Tora's the boss fight. He's going to go back and forth just like this. Just moving along right here. You know, just chilling here. You know, just a bear just throwing ice blocks at us. And there we go. There we go. We got another stage down. Park is done. After another 3, we are now in the bonus stage again. All right, do our dive kick into it and get the skateboard. Like I said, there's no RNG stuff there. It's the same every time. We know when to perfectly do this dive kick towards the thing, and then we get to get our lives again. Usually by the end of this game, I'll have a good, almost near 20 lives on arcade. Story mode, you'll lose some lives because you'll have certain characters using at the beginning, but that's okay. That's okay. We don't need 20 lives to survive. Okay, we're gonna go to the dojo, and the interesting thing is Shogun's gonna fight Shogun at the end of the stage. So who's gonna win, Shogun or Shogun? That's a very interesting question here, but that's what we're gonna do. You'll notice that I'll never use Shogun's special in this game because it is just awful. Shogun's special is just an awful special to use. It's basically his head just flying around doing nothing, and that's it. It's really what it boils down to. All right, so these scorpions go down in 4 hits, whereas in story mode we have to get them with dirtbag, and it's not fun to do with dirtbag, but we get it done, and there it is. So we're moving on. We get another capsule here, and this capsule is going to be our friend here. We're going to just knock this guy over here. We're going to knock him out over here, and then boom, we get those orangutans. Now we get the little tiger, and we're going to go boing, 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 and last hit right there, and we're done. Alright, so now with the second tiger, we have to do some things a little bit differently here. We just got to hit him. Unlike what we do in the story mode, we can use a dirtbag special, but this stage here, I'm just going to point it out right now, it's a lot faster when you're using Shogun, so we're using Shogun for this purpose. Alright, so we're just hitting guys off screen right there. We're just getting rid of them, and we're just going along here. I'm hearing when they're dead because I know when I hit them. We get these last little orangutans. I call them orangutan ninjas here because they look like they're little orangutans with their arms slumped down and stuff like that. So they're all done there. These orangutan ninjas are done. And then we get this mini boss fight before the boss fight. So we get Tatsu. Tatsu is from Hyperstone Heist, and he's just going to be jumping around like this, and like this, and like this. And Shogun is very easy for Shogun because he's got a great reach to get to Tatsu, and it's very easy, and he's also strong, so it doesn't take him very long. So what we want to do is we want to get it out of the position glitch and set up for the boss fight here. It's Shogun versus Shogun. Here we go. Let's get it on. Alright, so Shogun is the boss fight here in Dojo. If you ever played TMNT 2 for the NES, you would know how notorious this boss fight would be. And so we are just dealing with Shogun. He's hitting me back and forth. The RNG is not in my favor right there because he went to the left like that. I wanted to keep him to the right side so he can hit me against the wall, but that's okay. We dealt with it and we did it. Alright, moving along. Each stage does say Cowabunga, by the way. We complete each stage and we're moving on. This channel 6. Alright. Again, we are Shogun. It's okay. We can be Shogun most of the game. No, we will be Shredder at some point, I promise. All right, so we're in the beginning part of Channel 6 here. We're going to have some flies come out of this as soon as I hit this last dude here. And there's 5 of them that come out. And what's normally the strat is that you hit the 2 on the bottom, then you get 3 on the hit the 3 on the top for 1 cycle. Did not get that this time around, but that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's a really cool strat to see it when it's pulled off. It's called the fly strat. Yeah, that's a great little strat. Yep, fly strat. There you go. All right, so we're gonna move along again. Again, flies are gonna be coming out, and what you want to do with flies is when you see them, you gotta hit them right away. You gotta get those guys out of the way because they do have RNG where they'll come out in different sections, and so you do have to figure out where they're gonna come from. All right, these red flies is the same kind of deal, just like in those other flies that were coming out. Hit them right away so they don't have to deal with the RNG too much. Alright, we're going to deal with Killer B here and Tournament Fighters. Woohoo! We want him just to stay right here. We want him to stay far enough away where I don't get hit. He's in a good position. He's not moving. He's not moving. And then he does, and then you get this last foot soldier that comes off, and he's very easy. Alright, so now we get this last selection of foot soldiers. We'll pick up the pizza and we get Baxter Stockman. So let's get going with Baxter Stockman. He has a little bit of mixture of TMNT 2 and TMNT 3 in here with how his fight is and how he looks. So it's a mixture of the two, but you'll see that that his gun mainly is TMNT 4 here. So he'll have the little hand glue thing. There it is coming out. And there it is. He's done. Karai's the boss fight of the stage, and Karai is just the worst. Karai is one of the worst boss fights in this game. So we'll explain why here in a second, why Karai is one of the worst. I did explain that also in story mode why we don't like Karai. She's just RNG heavy here. She'll do these kicks, and then she'll do this lightning strike here. We want her to do that as many times as possible. We want her to continue doing that just like this. Give me that RNG. There you go. There you go. She did it 3 times for me to make that boss fight go a lot quicker and a lot easier. Alright, now we're going to move on to Rooftop, and hey, for the first time today, we get to see Shredder. I want to kill the turtles. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Shredder is in here now. And the reason why we like Shredder is because of his ability to move fast. You know, you just got to go fast, so you're going to need to do a Shredder move here. Alright, Shredder just goes so fast with both his jump and his movement. And so we want him to go as fast as possible. And so that's what we're doing. His special is just like Dirtbags, but it is even stronger than Dirtbags. It is ridiculously strong. It hits an enemy at least 5, 6, sometimes 7 times, depending on what you do. And so, as you can see, I'm using my nice little special there. And we're just going to move along here. We're going to take a little platforming skip there. And we're just going to take a platforming skip there. And notice I've caught up to where my special is. It's like, hey, yo. And notice I'm doing a jump kick every time. Look how fast that jump kick is. And we are now on to the next thing. Now we're just moving right along. Here's Slash from TMNT 3. We're just going to use a special there on him. And then we're just going to hack away. Hack, hack, hack. Use the special on him. It hit him a ton of times, by the way. And we're going to die one more time. And then we're going to take one last hit. And then we're done. Just like that. That is the Rooftop stage. A lot quicker than Dirtbag can ever do in story mode. Alright. Another bonus stage here. Let's go on the skateboard. Woohoo! Alright. Get some more extra lives here. So I was at 14 until I took that death. So it's okay to take a death every once in a while. well, like I said, we'll have plenty of lives. We'll have almost near 20 lives by the end of this thing. All right, 15 lives now. We're catching pizzas on the fly. Okay, just jumping and catching. It's just part of the game. You're just picking them up, and we're just moving right along here. All right, 16 lives now. We are moving on to the beach stage. We're gonna pick Shogun again. All right, getting a fly on the blimp. If you haven't noticed whenever you're picking a character here, it looks like the back of the containers that you would get your turtles from when you got the toys a long time ago. It's pretty cool how they did that. Again, a lot of this is perfectly done by MersoX. He did a great job on this game. Great fan-made game. I've enjoyed it from the time it's come out. It's a lot of fun. It's especially a lot of fun with 4 people playing at once, just because you have so much stuff going on. And I've played it with 3 people once. You can play it with 4 people, and it is a lot of fun. Now there is a player character selection glitch that I haven't mentioned about. When you're playing one player, if I'm pressing things too quickly and keep pressing buttons and stuff, like mashing buttons, apparently I can select a second player, and that's no fun. And if that does happen, we do have a way to get back into the run. The game automatically saves your points, saves where you're at specific points through the game. So it saves automatically every time you clear a stage. And so if we do happen where it's happened to me once in a marathon where I got the glitch happen, and I'm like, what the heck just happened here? I did realize that I could reset the game and go back into where I was started from. So if that does happen, we do have a backup where we have the game saved and we can pick up from where we left off. All right, so the next boss fight here is Armagon, and so Armagon is a very easy boss fight when he's shooting out his things from his mouth, but right now he just likes to jump and do this. That's the RNG we're dealing with when we're dealing with him. We want him to stay on the ground. We don't want him to be, jumping and trying to do his jump attack on us all the time. But that's it. So moving on, we're going to do the last of these stages that we use with Shogun. We're going on to the ship. This will be one of the shortest stages of the game. Some of them have been pretty quick due to Shogun's ability to just take things out very, very quickly. So we're doing that right now, and we're just going to take out guys as they come out of this hole. They don't even stand a chance. 4 guys come out of there, and it's just like, oh, okay, we're done? Yep, I'm done. Alright, so now we're down to this last little section here. We're going to take out 2 more of these guys. I'm standing far enough away that I can't get hit. That's the nice beauty of this thing here. Alright, moving right along and knock out the one last dude. Okay, you'll have some guys coming out of this door here in a second, and you just do that. All 4 of them are dead. They have no chance. Again, doing the same thing. You can hit these guys immediately and just go from there. Alright, moving here to the next section. Getting these guys right there. And we got the position glitch again, where you can just start fighting right away. Ground chuck and dirtbag. These guys are just, again, you want to take these 2 enemies and put them together so you can hit them both at the same time. And these guys are going really crazy. Boom. He wants his little pipe here. He just says, you know what, I want my pipe. But he just decides, you know what, I just want to charge you the entire time. And there you go, we're done. And there is your ship stage. Very quick and easy. The last 2 stages we're going to use Shredder. Here's Shredder again. Woohoo! Alright, we're going to use Shredder. Again, Shredder is pretty quick. And again, we like his jumping ability. That's why we use him here on this stage. His platforming is a lot better and easier to do than Shogun would do. And one of the reasons why we like Shredder so much is because we could do this to the frog. Take him out in one blow. Alright, so now we're going to go on to the next boss fight, mini boss fight, which will be a pizza monster. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit the pizza monster over to the right side. I'm going to face it far enough over here on the right, take a couple slaps right into the face, and boom, there's a 1 cycle for you guys. That's how you deal with him with 1 cycle. You could get it with Dirtbag. I was unsuccessful at doing it with Dirtbag in that story mode run, but that's okay because it just happens from time to time where you won't be able to get it. Alright, so this is where Shredder is actually not the best in this game. When it comes to this stages like this, because we transitioned from a platforming stage.
Hey, got it.
But I got the position glitch with Shredder, which is a pretty cool thing. Position glitch with Shredder is not that easy, and so getting that position glitch with him is pretty a big deal there. Alright, we're just gonna dive kick him, and Rat King is just a pain in the butt with Shredder, but
Time save here.
but his special attack does a lot of damage, so that's why we use him. Alright, this is the last time we're going to do the bonus stage here. We do it 4 times in this game. Bam, doing the kick again. We get it every time. The skateboard, let's get some more lives. Let's go. Let's get some more lives. Let's see if we'll have 18 or 19 by the time we're done here.
Techno stages.
Alright, we are at 17.
51 pace.
2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, 18. So it is 5 pizzas. And 19 lives. We're at 19 lives going in to the final parts of the game here. Alright, Van. Just like in story mode, we would use Dirtbag because of his special. So we're going to use Shredder because of his special. And so here we go. Shredder's special is insanely good in this game. I'm playing on the 1.1.0 version of the game, and the reason for that is because it's a lot easier, and Shredder's special just owns everybody. So here we go. Barney Stockman won't have a chance. Bam. Alright, I'm done. Going down there. Okay, I'm dropping off every time because I want to get some health. I want to get my special refilled. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm just going to fall every time and get my special refilled. And then the bubble copter is the mini boss that we're going to take care of. We're going to do 2 of these. And then I decided not to jump off because I thought I was going to die. So there you go. Going to do some scoops. This is the idea from TMNT 3. Now we're going to face against Chrome Dome here. And Chrome Dome decided to jump on top of the van. He was like, yep, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And Shredder is now died. Lost a life there. But we, for good reason, we want to get that special refilled. So it doesn't matter how we face that ending. We do want the special if we need it at the very end. Now we get to go on to the Wily stages of this game. We're going to start off with a Krang. So let's get going with Krang. And again, Shredder's attack just owns here. His special just takes out so much, and it's the best special in the game. It is by far the best special in the game. So we're gonna get inside of Krang here and take care of the ruby thing that's keeping. I don't know what you want to call it. Maybe the heart of Krang, not the heart of Tafiti. Obviously, for all you Moana fans out there. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to take out the nice little one hit. We've knocked him down. So I'm going to go down in this hole, refill my special attack. He decided not to play nice. He moved down a little bit to get out of the range and knock him out. Boom. I'm going to get my refill of my health now. Get a refill of my special. And we're going to jump right on into the hole, right with Krang. Alright, now we're going to do the Technodrome Scout. This thing here is not very easy with Shredder at the beginning because of the fact that we have to do some hits here. But the eyeball appears here, and I made a stupid mistake and went to the left. There's the platform, what we need there, and bam, bam, bam. And there is how fast the Technodrome Scout can be done. Should have been done a lot faster had I not went to the left there, but you want to stay to the right and keep keep doing dive kicks at him.
Okay.
All right, here's the Technodrome, and we are now going to face off against Pizza Face. In this, at the end of this stage here, we're going to pick Shogun here. Shogun will be picked this time and one more time throughout this run. And so here we go. We're moving on with Shogun. All right. So this stage looks very familiar if you're familiar with TMNT 3, the Manhattan Project. This is one of the techno stages early on in the game, where you deal with these guys coming out of this platform here. But they're very easy. You can hit them right away. Here's our little C3POs. Again, like I said, C3POs with guns. All right, Krang's watching a soap opera. He loves those soaps. So we're going to take a watch with him. He's crying, man. Krang, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay. Oh, I will definitely do, like, I'll do quiet time right there so you guys can hear what happens there. But he's watching his soap opera, and he says, "So true to life." And so that's what he says before he moves on to the next thing. So we're moving on to the next over here now, and Shredder pulls out these drones. Drones come out of the same idea in TMNT 3, right in this same section right here, but not out of the screens like they're doing right here.
Okay.
But drones are not that easy sometimes. Their RNG could be nice and simple, just like I dealt with there.
No.
And there's these guys, the C3POs. If you get caught up with them in the gun, it could be damaging. But I was able to get out of that. You don't want to get caught up when those shots are being fired there. You could get stuck, and you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
All right, get rid of these foot soldiers coming out. We know how foot soldiers are made now. They just make them just like this. They put the legs and the body together, and we got a foot soldier. There you go. That's how they do it, guys. That's how they do it. If you didn't know how they did it, now you did. All right, TMNT 3, you learn a lot. All right, we're going to go on the moving platform here. We're going to go through a little auto scroller here where they just, it looks like a conveyor belt. I'm just going to stand in this corner for a little bit. You won't get hit if you stand over here. It's very simple, very simple. But then guys start coming in, so then you start jumping around, and you start hitting guys, and then you start getting electrocuted, and you're just like, oh gosh, oh, I got hit, ooh, ow, ow. Okay, let's get out of here and get back into my corner. There we go. We're back in my corner. Now I won't get hit for the rest of the time on this conveyor belt there, and we're going to be just fine. Shogun's going to be just fine, guys. All right, Shogun's just a robot anyway. All right, so one of the mini boss fights that we're gonna deal with is the snake. I can't remember the snake's name right off the bat right now. Scaletail. There we go, Scaletail. All right, I'm gonna set up to the right here on Scaletail, and I found this out one time when I was playing it. When he shoots out his thing here, he shoots out this little bomb thing. It blows up above you when he shoots it into the wall, and so that makes this fight a ton easier. We used to set up the fight on the left side and just like avoided the bomb, but now we don't even have to avoid the bomb. We can just keep them there at the same time and just do this. Now this is what you want to do with Shredder. Hopefully Shredder can stay on that, keep kicking in front of you and staying along the wall there. I've been messing around with a new Shredder fight anyway, keeping him on this bottom screen here where he's not against the wall. And there we go. There's not too bad of a Shredder fight there. Shredder's actually a mini boss fight there, so he goes down off the screen. Now we're on to the last section here. We're into like a cafeteria kitchen area here. We are gonna face these guys here. You know, foot soldiers. Why are you eating food? You don't have bodies. We just learned that just a second ago. How you guys are made. Anyway. So we're moving right along. We get to face against these pizza guys here. These pizza guys are throwing pies, and so they're just gonna throw these pies at me. And the cool thing is when you defeat these pizzas, you can pick up the pizza and get health back. That's a nice little thing there. Get these bananas. Bananas, the guys are gonna do the same thing. Notice that the pies are not hitting me because I'm pixels below them. It works just like TMNT 3 where you can get hits from pixels below or above, but the enemy won't hit you. So this occasion here, is where Pizza Face is hitting me, but when he throws his foot at me, he's not hitting me. So we got some hits there, and now we're off to the final 2 stages of this game. Pizza Face is a pretty easy boss fight. All right, last 2, and this is why I said Wily stages, is because of that part right there. We're gonna pick Shredder for this one. It's a platforming stage, and Shredder works again great when it comes to doing platforms. He's just zipping right through all this, and it's very easy. Now with these platforms that move, oh man, it's not your friend. But you can do that and avoid the second set of platforms by doing a nice jump forward, and bam, you get that nice little thing there. Now we get to face off against Scratch. I'm waiting for him to do this so I can use my special attack on him, and I want that to happen, so I can do that special on him when he does throw his ball at me. And there we go. We're moving on. Again, platforming is Shredder's thing, so we're gonna just jump right on through everything. All right, and now we're gonna use my special attack, and then check this out. We're just gonna destroy everything in my path. We're just gonna run with the special, and it destroys everything. Bam. All right, so now we get Big Mouser.
Dude, open that mouth.
Big Mouser, and there's my special attack, just destroying Big Mouser in seconds. And there we go. That is the Big Mouser fight, and that is it. That's a TMNT 1. If you don't looking at the background and everything, that's TMNT 1. The Big Mouser's from TMNT 1 as well. And boom, that is the last time we use Shredder. We are going on to the last stage of this game, which we'll use Shogun, and then we are finished. We are finished with this game. And this is, like I said, a lot faster than the story mode run. So here we go. We're in the Technodrome. This is now TMNT 2 Technodrome, mixed with a little bit of the arcade game itself, the 1989 arcade, with the lasers shooting and everything. I'm using the lasers to my advantage. The lasers actually destroy the enemies for me, so I'll use that to my advantage on the left side right there at the beginning, where those white ninja foot soldiers are going into it. I'll also use it right here to my advantage to get rid of the roadkill Rodneys. And there we go. Hairspray strat, just going up and down, just like so. It's the same strat from the story mode. And you want to get these hairsprays, those ice sprays, to do their thing really quick. I call them hairsprays because let's just be real. That's what it's just spraying.
Good stage so far.
Anyway, so we are on this platform. We just stay over here on the right, can just stand here for a little bit. Won't get hit.
We are a minute 3 ahead of pace.
Won't get hit by anything, and we can just move right along. Next thing we're going to be going up against is some Triceratons again. These guys are a lot easier than last time though, because they get knockback hits, and when they try to charge you, you can still hit them and knock them back. So they won't do much of anything to us this time around. They're a lot easier. All right, take care of these gunner foot soldiers. Taking care of these guys here, and then we get to face against War. Okay, War is the boss fight in this stage here. Take him to the right side here, just like I'm doing right now. Figured out this strat after the story mode runs. That just what if I did something similar to TMNT 2 runs? Just take him to that corner, and it's actually a lot easier to take him there than it is to fight him out on the left side. All right, we got Shredder and Krang here. What we want to do is we want to go down low to try to get Krang to come with us. Krang needs to come so we can hit both of them at the same time, and there we go. He's being a good pal. I am going to take a death here most likely, because I will run into low health going into this fight. I'm going to save the pizza for Super Shredder because I don't want what's called the death glitch to happen to me. The death glitch is going to be very
That was
big
not
if
best
I
by
get
the
it,
world.
because it will ruin the entire run. So I want to have full health going into Super Shredder so I don't get this death glitch at the end. I accidentally discovered this death glitch when I fought Super Shredder and had died at the same time as killed him. So I killed him and he hit me with his little laser thing at the same time, and my guy didn't blow up. Shogun didn't blow up. He got into his position like he is right now and just stood there. Couldn't move whatsoever. And so the game basically got into a lock
Is this
and
where
couldn't do
you
anything.
fight
So we want to avoid that by making sure we get full health into the Super Shredder fight. So we're gonna get the pizza right off the bat. We want him to do this the entire time. We want him to do his little lightning strike in the air and have him do that the entire time as we're doing it. And he's giving me a perfect. And there's what I'm talking about, where he hits me right at the end. But that's okay because I have health and I'm going to be safe here. All right. So now the next boss fight is a question mark, but we all know who it is. It's going to be Krang. Remember when Krang shot off into the atmosphere? Well, he didn't go very far. He actually got into this thing and said, you know what, I'm going to start shooting. We want him to do this. So good RNG is when he's shooting and staying in stationary position like this. And I got him to do it 3 times in a row, and I was hoping for a 4th, but nope. He moves one more time. And he moves again. And there we go.
Okay, I'll take that fight any day.
All right. Destroyed that. Krang's done. That's the last time we have to deal with Krang. And we are now going to be facing Cyber Shredder, and that's it. There is no position glitch here.
Get out of it.
I tried to do it, but this is the animation you get when you try to do the position glitch. You just get Shogun running like this in position, and he'll just keep running and running into nothing. All right. Cyber Shredder's on the left side here. Cyber Shredder is, I believe, a token to the tournament fighters. Shredder here at the very end of that game, and you're just sitting here whacking him away, and then boom, time is done when he's over. He is dead. Game, set, match. There is the current world record, 51:29. As you can see, I could probably almost shave off another 30 or 40 seconds off of the time there.
There it is.
But there's a lot of RNG that you're dealing with throughout this game. It's an RNG fest when you're dealing with the boss fights, or you're dealing with certain mini bosses and stuff like that. You just have to have everything go well for you to have all those time saves come to you. But a very good end of the game right there. That's a very good ending that you want to have, and there you go. The epilogue right there. We saw that in the story mode. Again, arcade mode will have the same ending. And here we go. The one reason why we want to run this game again, if it's all about Turtles nostalgia right here, this is it. Late 80s, early 90s, all that stuff right here, all laid out in one game. Turtle Power is being sung right now. This would be a great opportunity to just like sit back and just, turn off the mic for a second and just listen to Turtle Power at the very end of the game. I guarantee you many people would enjoy this at the very, very end of this run and enjoy the fun time here and enjoy a great song for part of your GDQ. It would be a lot of fun to showcase the game again. Like I said before, this is a run we love in the Turtles community because it has so much in there, so much fun that you guys can have here with this game, to see what's going on in this game, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on in this fan-made game. Going to from NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, the arcade game itself, anything that's going on there. There's even references to other games in this game. You have the cartoon series being played. You have the stage performances that they used to do back in the day with the Turtles, and this is where Turtles Power comes from. I mean, you got a lot going on in this one game that you would see referenced throughout the whole entire run. So this is a lot of fun, a very fun game. Again, this game is free. This would definitely open the door to a lot of people to know about this game. We do have the download on our Discord, on our TMNT Discord, so people can get interested and learn how to play it. It's a lot of fun, very fun run, and hopefully maybe one day we can see maybe a sub 50 in this run. There's still a lot that we haven't found yet in this game, and who knows what could happen. So anyway, developed by MersoX. Like I said, shout outs to the MersoX on this run. And they made a really incredible game. It looks so good, so much fun. And here we go. This is the very end here, where Splinter's talking to us about Sensei and Cowabunga. We're celebrating. Raphael is eating a pizza off of his sai. And there we go. Thank you for playing. The end. Please consider this run for SGDQ 2021. I know a lot of people would love it. The TMNT community would love it to see it happen here, as I am the world record holder for both the arcade and the story mode runs. So thank you for watching this run. Thank you for the time for these submissions, and have a great day.